And there's still some people, and sadly so, even celebrities who aren't financial professionals, but they act like they're one, who tell people never ever buy an annuity. They're crap. They're terrible. There's a reason why that is, but there's also a reason why qualified financial professionals and people with their PhDs in economy say they're one of the absolute best tools that must be a part of your retirement income plan. So I know that in 2022, it set near an all-time record, like close to $400 billion in these type of instruments. So I know I personally own 6 of them. I've owned them for years. I've owned them since the market crash of '08. I know millions and millions of Americans own annuities and guaranteed income products. So talk a little bit about why there's the negative stigma, why people say never do it, but what the reality of owning an annuity is like. I know you use them with your clients, so let's talk a little bit about that.
Well, yeah, and I use them with myself too. I mean, I've got 2 myself and I'm 36 years old, right? I'm definitely not using it for income. I'm using it as a bond replacement because there's no interest rate risk and there's no market risk and there's no cost associated with it. And my returns are great. So, all right. So why is the financial industry opposed to it? So I'm going to use an example for my own firm, right? Because we do assets under management as well. So
sure.
let's say we've got $1 billion under management and we charge 1%. That's $10 million a year in annualized revenue for a firm like mine. The average client relationship is 7 years because about every 7 years a recession happens and people leave that advisor because they blame the advisor. And then they get, the same candy bar with a different wrapper when they walk down the street, right? Because it's all passive investing in the market. I'm going to digress. So, okay. That's $70 million in revenue, whether or not the clients win, lose, draw, whatever, in assets under management. Now, if you split that between annuities and AUM, and assuming you do a good job at AUM, and it's over a long-term period of time, like 20 years, that'd be $140 million of revenue for that advisory firm. If you split that between annuities and you take the average annuity compensation for an advisory firm, you're taking like a 50% pay cut over that 20-year period of time, which is exactly why all of the big firms put a limit on the amount of annuities that their sub-agents and their licensed professionals can even talk to their clients about. And that's also why they rag on them constantly. So it's either that or you've got somebody that is ignorant to them and afraid of them, which is not acting in a fiduciary capacity, or you've got somebody that is only looking out for their own interests. They've got only an RIA themselves, and they just want to charge a fee for service, and that's their business model.